Today I think we're gonna be vlogging. I have this right here because my nose has been bleeding lately. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's just my room that's really dry. The air is getting really dry because here in the East Coast it's getting a little bit cold. I have a few errands to run. My skin is clearing up, you guys. My skin is clearing up. This is something, let me take this off. But I'm bleeding so much, you guys. Like, it's so fucking weird. This is a first that I'm bleeding this much. I usually do bleed my nose, and sorry that I'm all over the place with my stories here, but I usually do bleed, but never like this. Like, never. It's usually just a little tiny bit. Like, I'm able to like clean it off and like boom, that's it. My nose was like dripping blood down. I don't know what's going on. Back to my skin. My skin is clearing up. I have not been putting anything on it, you guys, because I learned my lesson. Usually when I put or concussion too many skincare products, my skin tend to flare up, and you're not a bartender, stop mixing up. But I did went in and wash my face. So I went ahead and washed my face with the Dermalogica special cleansing gel. I love the gel formula, especially for dry and when it's getting, oh wait, hold up, back, especially for the winter, you guys, when our skin tend to get a little bit drier. But overall, this was one of my favorite ones. I feel like gel cleansers are very gentle on the skin. It's literally like a clear gel like that, and it foams so nicely. It feels so good on the skin. Of course, once you put water, and you need the tiniest bit too, you guys. Once you put water, it really foams up really nicely. And then I go in with this daily exfoliant. This has like little micro beads to help exfoliate the skin, but they're so small and so gentle. It's not too harsh on the skin. I do have dry skin, dehydrated skin, which means it does get oily, but it gets oily in my T-zone and this area right here because it's so dehydrated that my skin is trying to compensate for the dehydration, especially during the summer. But now during the winter, it's all dry. Like, usually dry skin do tend to have a lot of texture because it's just flaky, it's just dry. So this is a great exfoliant for that, and it's very gentle once again. Okay, and I'm not using too many products once again. This is mainly what I use to wash my face because they're so gentle and my skin really likes it. What I used today was this baby right here, which is On The Glow Multi-Use Moisturizing Stick by Pixi. For some reason, my skin really love Pixi products. I have not really gotten into their ingredients as much, but my skin tend to like their products. It's just a little stick like this one, almost like a deodorant, and you just apply it all over your face and boom, you're good to go. What I'm gonna be using now is the Fenty. This one is their moisturizer basically, and it also has SPF, and what I love about this is so freaking hydrating. It feels really nice and lightweight and doesn't give you a white cast, you guys. So I'm just gonna add this onto my skin now, and I basically apply this all over. You definitely want to be using SPF, like, sis. Make sure you're taking care of your skin. This is going to help a lot, you guys. If you suffer from acne, if you suffer from any type of hyperpigmentation, please be sure to find a good SPF that works with your skin type, because trust me, not all SPF are gonna work for you. Depending on your skin type, that's what you want to go with. CeraVe, I believe, has one, and one is a really good brand as well. So far, I've still been using this one and hoping that it doesn't break me out. When I first started using the line, my skin just like flared up, but I couldn't tell what it was, if it was me, if it was an oil that I was using on my head, because I do use oil for my hair. So I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. I'm back to using it as well, but just this product right here, because it's the one that has, it's moisturizing and it has SPF, and it's the one that it's most likely to like work and benefit me. But let's just do something quick. So for my brows, I think I'm gonna go in with this right here, which is the 24-hour gel brow by Benefit, and this really helps to just lay down the brows and now move around. You guys, I am dying to cut my hair, like so freaking bad. It's needed, and I think I'm gonna have to do it because my ends are terribly like damaged, and I haven't cut my hair in so long anyway, so I think it will be the perfect idea. It'll be perfect for me to do that anyways. So you guys, I actually got a little box from Maybelline with a whole bunch of new products. I kind of like opened up a lot of them already, and they work really nice. I think I'm gonna use that now and show you guys. This stuff is freaking amazing, and it's the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, so you're able to conceal underneath your eyes if you have any acne or any kind of like blemishes that you want to cover up. This is great for that. I'm just gonna go straight in and add a little bit underneath my eyes, and wherever I'm planning to like cover up a little bit, like right here. This is like my most hormonal area, I will say, because that's where I'm getting like a lot of breakouts. Basically adding on the areas that I want to cover up. I just really don't want to put makeup on my face today. I'm really trying to let it breathe. I want my skin to clear up how it used to be. I'm 100% that the sun and just the heat overall, my skin just doesn't like it. When it got really hot this summer, that's when my skin started flaring up as well. Hold up. Hey, whoa. Hey, baby girl. So you guys, this is pretty much it. Like, I don't do too much to my skin, honestly, unless I'm really going out to like visit people. Next, you guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make me some breakfast, and I'm gonna show you guys that. So let's go. All right, my love, so today I'm going to show you basically what I eat in a day. This was the morning. I'm going to do some oatmeal pancakes. I'm not a big fan of pancakes. Keep in mind that I don't eat this all the time because, again, I'm not the biggest fan of like pancakes, but when I do, this is how I do them. I use oatmeal. I don't use things that are technically too healthy because I'm not trying to lose weight, but I do. But this does help maintain myself, and I also do work out, you guys, and this kind of helps me with maintaining muscle and trying to gain muscle because I am trying to gain a little bit of muscle. But basically for the pancakes, what I do is add a peanut butter, I add 1 egg, I add baking powder. This is going to help with the fluffiness of the pancakes. I did add it a little bit too much. I ended up doing around 4 pancakes and it was way too much for me that it didn't allow me to eat properly throughout the day. So keep that in mind. If you're someone that's not used to or don't eat too much, definitely don't go overboard. I did too much. I added almond milk, unsweetened, because I'm not a person that likes sweet stuff. So that's another thing that I don't eat a lot of sugar. I went ahead and blended this in, made the little mixture. It did ended up being a bit too watery, so don't add too much milk. What I do when it's too watery, what I do is just let it sit for a little bit so the mixture could thicken. And now while that sits over and let the mixture thicken, I'm gonna go ahead and do my omelet. I'm gonna use 1 egg. I'm gonna do a little bit of onion, well, a lot of onion because I love onion. I'm also gonna do some mushrooms. I absolutely love mushrooms, and I like to add spinach as well. I kind of just mix all that up, and I also add cheese. Again, I am not trying to lose weight, you guys. I'm trying to maintain my weight. So if you're looking for a weight loss alternative, it is not here, but these are also great alternative to start. I feel like for weight loss, you definitely have to eat in very small portions. Anyways, we're heading on to my old pan, which I absolutely love because it cooks everything so nice. But once I move, you guys, I promise everything will be brand new. I'm getting rid of everything that's old. Anyways, here I'm gonna go ahead and in a pan, medium heat, I am going to add a little bit of coconut oil. That's how I usually do everything with coconut oil. I'm gonna add everything that I just chopped up, and I'm gonna let that simmer, kind of cook a little bit, and then I'm gonna drop on, I only did 1 egg this time. Because I am eating pancake and that's quite a lot. So there is that. I only did 1 egg. I added a little bit of salt and I added a little bit of oregano. You can add whatever spice you want. That's just my preference. I'm not too big on adding too much. I like the taste of rawness, you guys. I don't know why, it's just me. But again, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the cheese on top. I'm gonna cover the pan and let that simmer for a few minutes until the egg is completely cooked. And of course, once that's done, I just go ahead and flip it and get it off my pan. And now we're gonna start with our pancakes. Pancake mixture got a little bit thick, so now all I do is add a little bit of coconut oil. You could do butter. I don't really like butter like that, so I just use coconut oil. You can use whatever you want. You could also add whatever you want to your pancake as well. I do like to cover my pancakes, the pan. I cover it out for a few minutes until the pancake is completely cooked. And this is my breakfast for the day. This filled me up so much, you guys, throughout the day that I did not want to eat. Kind of crazy. Again, I'm just not a big eater. Even though I'm a big person, I'm just not a big fan of eating. Next, we're moving on to lunch. The first thing you're gonna see here is what I'm gonna be doing for my husband. So I'm using a chicken breast. I like to clean my chicken breast and remove any fat or any kind of weird shit that's on top of it. I just like to make sure it's nice and clean. After I clean it and remove everything I want to remove, I cut it in strips. I'm gonna be doing some chicken strips today. I cut it in strip, and then I put that in a bowl, and in that bowl I like to add a little bit of vinegar to help clean the meat and get that taste of chicken or raw chicken. Completely hate. I like to let it marinate for at least a minute, add some water as well, and kind of just clean it through. After the chicken is completely clean, I like to use my mom's seasoning. This is her recipe. It's basically a whole bunch of raw, fresh spices and herbs. I also like to add a little bit of dash turmeric for coloring, a little bit of salt, because my mom's recipe, it's basically just herbs and doesn't have any kind of salt or sodium. And then I just go ahead and add whatever extra thing I want to add to it. You could do whatever you want. This is just how I do it. I'm letting that marinate, kind of mixing it together. I like to leave my chicken to marinate because I feel like it holds on to flavor a lot better. So I'm putting that aside, and then we're gonna go on to doing some French fries, because my husband is like a child. He loves fried things, but I also love it as well. So for him, I'm going to be doing French fries. I went ahead and peeled some potato, gonna cut it up into strips. Basically, I'm putting it into a bowl as well. To then go ahead and clean it up, I just basically add some water and get rid of everything starchness that the potato has. After it's completely clean, I do add some oil, and I also add some salt, and then cover it up with a lid, mix it up really good. Also, every potato can kind of get coated with the oil and the salt. This is going to help the potato cook a lot better when you put it on your air fryer. By the way, yes, I use my air fryer a lot. I absolutely love this thing, you guys. It cooks the food really nice, and it's a lot healthier, unlike using a pan full of oil. I'm also gonna go ahead, while that's frying up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some cabbage. I'm also cutting up some cheese. We love cheese in this house. It's incredible how much cheese we eat. This is gonna be mainly for my husband because he does need to gain weight. So I usually like to have more fattering stuff for him because he definitely need it. I'm also going to cut up some onion. I'm going to add it in a little bowl, add some vinegar. And this is apple cider vinegar, I believe. And I also add a little bit of salt, kind of let that marinate to the side. It definitely creates a really nice flavor. The French fries are completely done, you guys. And they really cook so nicely on the air fryer. The trick to that is to add a little bit of oil. Make sure everything is coated so they can cook nicely. Now, and cook the chicken. I also added it to our air fryer, and you guys, this thing cooks everything absolutely amazing. I feel like for the air fryer, when you're doing any raw meat, you definitely have to start out with low heat, and then every like 10 minutes proceed to and increase the heat of it, and everything cooks so nicely. Next, for my husband, I'm going to be using this bread, and it's also vegan, which I love that. It's a lot more healthier, but it's also really good and fattering for him. For me, I'm going to be using whole wheat original. This is not what I usually use. This is tortilla, by the way. I usually use one that is low in carbs, but I couldn't find it, so I just went ahead and bought this one. Back to the husband dish, I'm gonna add a little bit of mayo and also do a mixture with ketchup. This mixture just creates a really nice flavor, especially for when you're using chicken, French fries, and things like that. It just makes it taste so good. I'm gonna add some cabbage, some French fries as well onto the bread, flatbread. I'm gonna add the mixture of the onions that I did right on top of it. We also going to add some cheese. The cheese that I'm adding is going to be completely melted. I did add it, put it on the microwave for a few seconds to kind of melt it, and it just this cheese is not the healthiest, but you guys, it tastes so freaking good. Now you can see here the chicken that it completely cooked so nicely. It has a really nice texture. It's not dry. Really love how it turned out, honestly, and my husband absolutely loved it. So here was the lunch for my husband. I also went ahead and added a little bit of more of that onion with that flavor. It just add a lot more to it, and honestly, you guys, this is so delicious. I wish I could eat it. By the way, all the potato were for my husband. Can you believe that he really did eat all of that? And now for me, all I do is basically peeled a carrot with this peeler, and this is what's gonna go into my tortilla. So I have my tortilla. I went ahead and heated up in the microwave as well. I added a teaspoon of mayo. I absolutely love mayo, and this one, the mayo that I was using here is avocado, by the way, avocado mayo, which is a little bit healthier. I'm also adding some onions, carrots, cabbage, and I'm adding a little bit of chicken as well, which was done in the air fryer, so it's a little bit healthier. But keep in mind that I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm also not trying to gain weight, but basically maintain my muscles and just maintain the weight that I currently have now. And I really love how it's been working. I also alternate a lot, you guys. I don't eat the same thing every day. Like, I won't eat this wrap every day. I rarely eat those pancakes, very rarely when I do pancakes, and that's because they fill me up so much. So this was around 6 p.m. you guys, and I couldn't eat anymore after those meals that I had. Keep in mind that I do start eating around 11:30 a.m. and I stopped eating at 6:30 p.m. My body was just completely full. I couldn't eat anymore, so I was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead, get a bowl of walnuts and just different nuts and have that for dinner, because I honestly couldn't eat anymore. This was all I ate that night, and I also had a cup of hot chocolate because I absolutely love hot chocolate, you guys. I'm a big person. But it's hereditary because my family is like really big, but I am not the biggest fan of like just eating all day long. Like, I'm just not that type of person. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoy this. I will definitely do more if you guys enjoy this kind of videos, because I do also change a lot on what I eat. So I'll definitely be sharing with you guys a lot more next time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.